everyone. Today on the G3 Boardroom, we are going to be talking about Akropolis, which is what I think is a really, really fun, competitive tile drafting and tile placement game.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. You draft tiles, you build your Akropolis, you score points based on the scoring chart, and the unique-ish thing about this is you build upwards instead. But it does have, it's a tile drafting element, so it's kind of like King Domino. You take what you want, the things further down cost you a little bit extra. But it's a neat little game, and this is one of the few games I can honestly say, it says on the box that it takes 25 minutes to play, and that's about right.
Yeah.
It takes about 25 minutes. Normally that's like per person.
Even with the noob playing like me,
Yeah.
it went rather quickly, even though I got stomped.
Oh, I wouldn't say you got, I would say you got stopped. But it takes only 25 minutes, so it's easy to pick up.
Nice.
It's easy to play multiple times, and even the scoring thing is easy to do. What's your thoughts on this, Bob? You were new here.
I really liked it. It's very simple, but it's got a myriad of ways of scoring. One thing I did notice is that the tiles are nice and thick.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So even if you drop them, they get stomped on by any chance, they're not going to come apart on you like some.
Yeah. I wouldn't suggest feeding them to your dog or your toddler,
Obviously
but they definitely
not.
hold up.
I think even your toddler could chew on it. It would still be usable.
After a while, last a while. Yeah.
Certainly,
Yeah.
if you don't get it out of their mouth beforehand, you're just a bad parent.
That's true.
But,
I like it. Artwork's kind of neat, and it's kind of a unique concept. I haven't seen anything. I mean, we've played the tile drafting games before, but as far as like the theme, I've never seen one based on the Akropolis.
Yeah.
Or the Krapopolis.
Crapopolis. We played this game for the first time at Gen Con 2023.
Yeah.
And had a great time with it. It's a really, really fun game. It's maximum 4 players. That's the only, whatever, kind of negative, I guess. But even with 4 players, it's still about 25 minutes.
You can buy 2 copies.
That's
and
what I
make
was
a
gonna
mess.
say. That.
The Megapolis.
Megaropolis.
The funny Gen Con story that actually goes along with this is that we played this one, I think, on a Sunday. I'm pretty sure it was a Sunday. And we played it, we enjoyed it, and it was money in hand, give us a copy. And the guy's like, oh yeah, we're all sold out. That's what you get for showing up on Sunday. It's like
we were there on Wednesday night for stuff, and that was the only time slot that we could get. So it was
there was some bitterness. A little bit upset about it.
No, not this game. That was
also Planet Unknown.
Oh yeah.
And I think it was also Cosmoctopus.
Right. I had no more ire left by Sunday afternoon.
Someone has a significant pet peeve.
Yeah, but this game is great. It's a lot of fun. It's funny that Bob mentioned the artwork. That's one thing I was going to say is I think the artwork is not even necessary.
They've done a nice job.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I don't even really know what these things are. But this is a game that there's some games that the artwork adds a lot to it. Mm-hmm. This game, the artwork adds 0 to it. All you need is the colors. But that's not a knock on the developers or the designers. It's just, this game is quick and it's super fun because of the mechanics. Whatever. There's some pictures on there, I guess.
I always say it this way. In a game where the art doesn't matter, you have to make sure the art doesn't detract from the game.
Yeah. Yes, and it doesn't
do that.
Yes.
So
I would say, this one is for you if you like tile drafting games. It is competitive, so it's for you if you like competitive games. There's 0 gotcha. Well, there's a little bit of gotcha where you can take a tile that somebody else wants, but there's pretty much no way once they've got you can't impact them. But it's for you if you like tile drafting games, quick games. This is a little competitive game with minimal animosity. And I think the retail on it is somewhere in the area of $40. I caught it on sale. You guys know me; I'm a budget gamer, so I waited for it to go on sale and grabbed it. But it's about $40, and I think it's worth it at $40.
I think it's worth every penny at $40.
It's quite a few pieces.
Like I said, the only thing I really don't like about it is that you can't have they can't have 5 or 6 players, and I'm surprised there's no expansion.
Yeah.
Because even like Carcassonne, which is a similar tile laying game, there's all kinds of
well, you could get an Akropolis copy and put a big 2 on there, magic marker. Akropolis 2. Now with more Akropolis.
Yes.
But it's a decent one. It's worth your money. I would recommend.
Yeah, again, I've said this before. If it's a competitive game, I like it to be quick, and this is super quick. And I consider this a very light social game. I'm sure that there's a lot of people that could make it very complex when you're trying to look at everyone else and what they're scoring and looking at the tiles coming out and trying to strategize, getting a tile that benefits you and hurts someone equally. But I mean, to be honest, when I play this game, I'm really kind of focused on getting my best Akropolis built. And there's a couple of really easy things. You can see someone is when we played, Jason had a lot of green multiplier, green scoring tiles. And so it was kind of, if I would have found one that I could have gotten, I would have taken it to hurt him, but that just didn't come up.
I was going to say, really the only thing that you would need to know is how much of each tile there are. Because by the time I was looking at green, I noticed he had 3 of the star tiles and you had
one of the star tiles.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even sure if there was going to be any left. So I just said, I better work on other things.
You were right. There were none left.
Okay. Hard.
Yeah, it does take a while. If you're going to win this game, your strategy has to be quick. There is no long game in this game. And I find myself kind of trying to play the long game, and it never works out because you have to, gather your color tiles, but you have to also gather the matching colored scoring tiles, and you could have all the yellow tiles in the box, but if you don't have any of the yellow scoring tiles, that's 0. So that's it's a good point. You really have to be cognizant of how many things are out there, and like I said, you have to kind of go for the quick score, not
it's
the
definitely a fast
long-term
game.
strategy.
Because before I even had figured which way I was going to go, we were halfway done.
I did suggest we play a learning game beforehand.
That's all right.
Anyway, Akropolis, go get it. It's worth your money.